cats at the back door. We will have stray dogs if we feed dogs. And we are feeding them. That's not the only cause. You have to be feeding them, otherwise they wouldn't come along and be with you. You're also giving them a vitamin that they need. Makes them extra healthy. And you're also giving them the advantage of insufficient immune surveillance. In other words, you don't really find heavy parasitism, at least I don't see it, unless you have lowered immunity. Mm-hmm. And by that I don't mean something technical. I mean that when you look at a sample of blood, just your live blood, looking at it, you will see that the white blood cells, the ones that are called macrophages, mm-hmm. they're supposed to go after everything they can that is bad, be it a toxin, a bacterium, a virus, fungus, doesn't matter. They're supposed to go after it. And you see that they don't. You mm-hmm. can look at a blood sample called a whole blood sample or a live blood sample, which is of course what we should be studying, mm-hmm. not stained samples. No. Well, that has its place too. Sure. But we need to study what is going on in life. And we see that the white blood cells are just barely moving along. And they're your chief soldiers. That's suppressed immunity. Something is causing that. And if you change that, you will have a very big advantage against your parasites and bacteria and so on. That's not the only thing. There are always more causes than one cause.
And one of the primary reasons those blood cells are not more active is that potassium ferrocyanide, or
that's a theory of mine. Mm-hmm. We see that in people who've been drinking store-bought bleach. Mm-hmm.
In the water supply.
In their water supply, yes. They've been accidentally drinking it because they thought that they were filtering their water. They thought they were improving it. But there isn't any regulation, I think, over the charcoal that is used. And the charcoal can be containing regular laundry bleach mm-hmm. Or very, very low quality laundry bleach. There are excellent laundry bleaches too, mm-hmm. but there are all grades of laundry bleach. And if your filter, charcoal, happens to have a disinfection with this very low grade charcoal,
or laundry bleach, it passes it
Clorox,
into the water.
You know, that's the common bleach that we all use. Mm-hmm. And if that's what they're drinking in their water, they're never meant to do that. Mm-hmm. But if that's what they're drinking, they will get into this depressed immune system that I'm talking about.
By way of the ingestion of the potassium ferrocyanide.
Yes, I think mm-hmm. that is, you know, maybe these decisive feature, but I'm not sure of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, we need mm-hmm. good research done on that to find that out. But mm-hmm. meanwhile, I think anybody can understand that they shouldn't be drinking the same bleach as they are putting into their washing machine.
No, simply
because
not.
It doesn't have to pass the same tests.
Yeah.
Now, I think that all chlorine has its bad aspects, but I'm not out stumping for any particular disinfectant. We just need to stop this terrible suppression of the immune system.
What we're looking at is the work area of Dr. Clark in her laboratory, which is very extensive, I might say. There are probably maybe 60,000 samples in here of all kinds of parasites, bacterias, virus.
Might make a good picture.
I'll be right there.
Swirl around this with a fork like this, and you come up with something like this. You can see that there's a filament that has been wound around the tines of this fork.
Very clear.
You can see
Yeah.
that end there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is a filaria, a
Mhm.
filament that's quite long and
Quite thin,
very thin. It has not been stained, and yet you can see it.
very clearly.
Yes. So it means you have either onchocerca or dirofilaria, and there are others that I don't know. But it certainly doesn't belong in your stool. Here's a sand-colored one. We get lots of sand-colored ones. Here's a little parasite. Okay, that's erec. Here's a sand-colored one, and maybe there'll be more sand-colored ones down here. See, there are two sand-colored ones. Tend to be triangular.
Yes, got them.
You see a lot of that, and I've been considering it as sand, tan-colored stones.
And that's E. recurvatum.
Now I think it's just stones.
Oh, just stones.
I don't know for sure,
Okay.
but here's some, you see, that aren't really green. They're very pale green, and they go to tan.
And that would be immature.
Here's some more. I think they're just stones, but I don't know.
And
I
they
have
would,
to say I don't know.
And they wouldn't show up on an X-ray, probably.
None of this shows up on an X-ray unless it's pretty calcified, and then sometimes they are. I think Edna's going to produce one that is calcified. I just thought that maybe you could pick up on these sand-colored ones
Sure, I got 'em.
because they're so different here.
Yeah. I got them definitely.
Yeah. So here's a green one, and here's a sand-colored. Here are the sand-colored ones.
You can see the distinct green there too.
Yeah. Okay.